GM. All right. Let's see. Let me share the stream on X and we can kick things off. How are you doing?
Uh, hey, can you guys hear me?
Yep, all is good. Yeah, make sure to say anything in the comment if you guys cannot hear us. It could be happening. Um, but yeah, besides that, I think we should be good to go. All right, let's kick things off. Set the last reminders, but I think should be all good. Nice and early, nice and morning for you. Want to turn the cameras on or still sleepy?
Uh, let's turn on the camera.
There we go. Perfect. Let's kick things off. How are you doing? Happy Thursday, everyone. Super excited to be back with our community call. I think took a little bit break. We've been really busy. But again, super excited to be back and just update you guys what we've been up to because I think it's been about a week-ish or so since our Thunderbolt has launched last Tuesday, 9 day. And there's a lot of questions, that's for sure. So definitely wanted to make a session happen for everyone. Super excited to have Hansa here. Maybe, I guess, because we see some new faces in the community, if you could kick things off with a short intro, maybe about yourself and your role at Nubit, who might be unfamiliar with you, and then we'll be diving into the questions. How about that?
Oh, hello everyone. In case you don't know me, I'm Hanzhi. I'm one of the co-founders of Nubit, and I'm also a PhD student at UCSB, where I do research in zero knowledge proof and blockchain. So in early 2023, I began exploring the Bitcoin ecosystem. I minted some set names, BRC20, and people started issuing tokens and NFTs on Bitcoin, which I think this idea is really wild. So this sparked my interest and made me start thinking what's the missing pieces for Bitcoin. So we start Nubit with my PhD advisor, Professor Rifan, because we believe Bitcoin should do more. And that's why we're building Bitcoin Thunderbolt. It's a soft fork upgrades that brings smart logic and fast transfers directly to Bitcoin. No bridges, no wiping, all Bitcoin native. So yeah, that's pretty much the intro.
Awesome. Yeah, nice and short, straight to the point. Yeah, so I think we have like an hour-ish. So what I've kind of planned on doing, hopefully everyone is fine with that as well. We'll cover the basics because definitely a lot of questions that came up since we launched, and I know the white paper hasn't been out yet, but coming pretty soon. That's just a kind of a spoiler about that. So why don't we cover the basics and we'll open it up for Q&A in case there's any questions. And, um, in regards to getting a code, doesn't count, okay? Please don't. In regards to the second half of the session, if you have any questions regards to what we're doing, definitely come on stage. But no code giveaways until there's something really special happening. So, yeah, honestly, let's kick things off. So I think you said like Thunderbolt, we're on mainnet, and I think two big things that came out is speed, but also programmability. So I think there's been a couple of attempts regards to the past decade. But why is this different? Why is it a significant upgrade for Bitcoin? And how is it actually different compared to like regular or traditional Bitcoin transactions?
Yeah, so Thunderbolt is really amazing. It's the first soft fork compatible upgrade that brings both programmability and speed directly onto Bitcoin mainnet. And without layer 2, without bridge, without any of this like custodial layer. So traditional Bitcoin transfers are slow, like one by one, very limited in logic. And with Thunderbolt, we unlock basically near instant transfers and programmable logic, which is you can think of it as like smart contracts, and also token support. We can mint tokens and bundle transactions. So it's a huge step forward because it stays fully native to Bitcoin. So you still see UTXOs, still validates through proof of work, but now you can build more, build native applications on top of it. And regarding technical details, we have our research paper ready. We will announce it very soon. It's a collaboration effort with several professors at UCSB. And like you can see all the like technical details behind this like truly magic uh, Thunderbolt. And uh, yeah, that's I think that's it for now. And regarding the more use cases, we are actively exploring it with our partners. For example, we're exploring the stablecoins with Yala to see if they can uh, like the ways they can like issue their stablecoin view on top of Bitcoin Thunderbolt. And we are also building BitMN, which is the like AMN for Bitcoin Thunderbolt, where you can uh, swap your native Bitcoin into other tokens. So, and also Goldinos, as we like mentioned before. So Goldinos is a unified asset protocol for Bitcoin assets, including BRC20, Ruins, and like future or Alchemist. So these tokens can be unified with under the Goldinos protocol, and the Goldinos protocol will be supported by Bitcoin Thunderbolt. So yeah, that's pretty much the intro.
Yeah, love that. I mean, pretty straightforward. I think it definitely seen like with Golden Rules beat MM. But again, with like Thunderbolt coming into the stage super recently. I think like two main things that we kind of mentioned, and without kind of spoiling the white paper, because definitely have something big coming up for that. Um, Two things. I think one of them being UTXO bundling, second one being OpCat. Um, could you talk a little bit more about that? And I know there's some technical people in the audience and also from the community, but how does it actually work? I think what are some of the advantages for that? Because you know, um, could be daunting in regards to introducing some new kind of tech with it. But why is it still native Bitcoin? And like, what does actually UTXO bundling mean for the user? And what is actually happening in the background? Would kind of love to know from your thoughts about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So UTX bundling is a way to group multiple outputs together into one logical operation. Normally, each Bitcoin transaction processes one or a few UTXOs, and which is inefficient, especially for tokens or applications with lots of users. So Thunderbolts bundles many actions into a single UTXO set. We compress it and process it at once with proof verification. So the result is amazing. So you can have lower fees, higher throughput, and much faster settlement. And it's still native Bitcoin, but now you can handle hundreds of thousands of actions per block, not just a few. And it's all based on some crypto magic. We have these detailed equations and how we do this off-chain transfers with these keys, these private keys. We have this nailed down our white paper for Thunderbolt, and you will see it soon.
Some dark magic happening in the background. That's all you have to know for now. Yeah, I think that's definitely like well said. Again, like without spoiling it, like something really big is happening. Team is working on kind of announcing it, but I think that's one. Second one being like an interesting one, and I think just to clarify some of the general question that comes up about that is the bridge. Because I think, when we're saying like, oh, it's native Bitcoin, why there's a bridge on the website, or like how could you kind of explain that, because I think it's different from a traditional cross bridge functionality. Um, it's more like a bundling, but like maybe you could kind of talk a little bit more about that, and like maybe if you have a timeline as well for us, like when we could actually do more with it instead of just like sending, receiving, boosting Bitcoin in between peers of the network.
Sure. It's a really good question. So the bridge in Thunderbolt is not a cross-chain bridge. So it doesn't move assets between chains. So instead, it's a UTXO-based transition between the Bitcoin base layer and the Thunderbolt logic layer. They're both on Bitcoin. So when you bridging, you are locking Bitcoin into a Thunderbolt context. It's like without leaving the mainnet. So there's just no like custodians, no external like third parties, no centralized services, no web tokens. It's all locked on Bitcoin mainnet. And this is the like you can see it's the non-bridge bridge. So because you never leave Bitcoin, you're just unlocking new behaviors with it. Uh, and regarding the timeline, so for now you can just unlock this UTXO, and this UTXO will be transferred back to your account. Uh, and we'll open the web pin, which is you can like lock your Bitcoin into the Thunderbolt context. Very soon we are like still doing several audits with this feature to make sure that actually it's safe. And we are also running a round of formal verification, which we have written it down. The whole protocol has been formally verified, which means it's super secure. And but we still need to like check it with several third party auditors to make sure that it's actually safe, so that your assets are you want to locate into like some like black holes, right? So we are actually working on it, and you will see this feature very soon. So at that point, you can see you can both like lock your Bitcoin and unlock your Bitcoin, which means it's a fully functional transfer layer, or you can say Bitcoin payment layer. And after that, we'll gradually roll out the BitMN, which is AMN, and also Goldilocks, which can support native assets, native Bitcoin assets on Bitcoin Thunderbolt. So yeah, the future is bright. We have many features to be rolled out.
Love that. I think like breaking it down in a simple way, really like supporting like native assets trading and verification itself. Like what actually Thunderbolt allows us is don't change Bitcoin, and at the end of the day allows us to keep native, like keeping it like everything like on a native level, but also introducing the speed that I think a lot of people has been kind of complaining about, where we're able to unlock Bitcoin into a more sophisticated and more complicated use cases that they used to require other blockchains. So I think it's a pretty big win-win also for the user, but also for the future use cases. So definitely super exciting. Um, so yeah, I think what one of the biggest kind of challenges that we see, like demand is huge, which is amazing, but everyone is asking for a code. So like why you know why we have the boosting codes like in regards to like the onboarding process, and it's being distributed on socials, on Discord, but also like just
Oh,
recently
can you
yesterday.
guys still hear me?
Yeah. Oh no, you froze. Yeah. Can you hear me? Oh no, we lost
So if
Hanze.
you can hear me, you can post a
Y-
comments.
No. Yeah. Um, let me text you.
Oh, I'm frozen. Wait. Uh, okay.
uh,
Back. Okay,
are you back?
my network is yeah, I'm back. My network is
Oh no. Weird. Getting rugged.
where
You can. Yeah. Okay. Regardless, your screen is still frozen. But yeah. So obviously for the exciting part, for the boosting codes, which we do give out on Discord, X, but also just recently yesterday we launched BoostPad, and people could come back trying to get a code once every hour. So, is there any other opportunities people might be able to win a code? Because I think this has been the biggest thing so far. A lot of people, a lot of demand. Um, so yeah, what are your thoughts on that? Like, about boosting codes, why we have it set up this way, but also like, maybe you could talk about like how the past week has been so far regards to the demand, trying out Bitcoin Thunderbolt.
Yeah, the demand for boosting codes is actually insane. So, uh, yes, definitely we'll have more opportunities to win boosting code. And right now we are doing like a phased rollout just to make sure that the system is stable and can handle large traffic. The boosting codes are being basically being shared regularly via our Discord, the booster pad, and through emails. So if you have registered our website, you can see there's like box that you can actually enter your email. So we will randomly select some few lucky winners to send out the boosting code to these emails. Also, like regularly, you can use the boost pad, which is you can like have a chance to win codes hourly using this boost pad. So we will also do more kind of community events, like quiz, like code jobs on our Discord. So in the future, like we will definitely open up the permissionless onboarding. Right now, boosting codes really help us scale smoothly and safely. So yeah, we will have more opportunities. And right now, the best chance to win boosting code is on the boost pad. So I have some internal statistics. Uh, like currently, the chance is really high. You can basically try it.
Yeah, I think we definitely seen a massive demand as well. Again, if you're kind of unfamiliar, make sure you kind of check out the minor announcement. We have all the links, all the information sent out in there regards to how to win a code. I think pretty clear. We definitely rewarded the early community members from our previous campaign. They definitely entered the raffle. Some other people definitely get a guaranteed code as well. And we definitely want to give you guys the opportunity. So that's why here on Discord, trying to stay active, trying to get engaged, but also on X, like a lot of posts are going out. Team is working hard. We're trying to give you guys codes. So make sure to kind of set the notification on, and also, just keep an eye out there. We have some pretty exciting, pretty mega campaigns coming up next week or the following week as well. So again, there will be way to participate and try out Thunderbolt. That's for sure. So yeah, I think maybe one more thing in regards to like onboarding, like potentially for the boosting codes as well. Because we did bring up, or you did mention as well with Discord X, and also now with BoostPad. Um, and I think we covered all the essentials when it comes down to Bitcoin Thunderbolt. But what are your thoughts in regards to some educational campaign or some efforts that we could be doing? Or like, do we have any campaigns or anything kind of planned out to kind of grow that adoption? Because I think one of the biggest thing is we've seen the interest here. Um, but how can we have more people? How can we have some maybe potentially some educational campaigns and further boost the traffic to try out Thunderbolt?
Yeah. So our intention is community is everything, and developers are also like everything. So right now, developers can contribute by building apps using our Thunderbolt SDK, which we are opening soon, and they can join BoostPad to get verified and test out features. And they can also like give us feedback on UX use cases. They can brainstorm with us and dev tooling. So we are also working on the like beginner friendly documents and tutorials, which it's essential to onboard these developers and like a test environment for Bitcoin Thunderbolt, like a playground for testing ideas. So you don't want to use your real money to test your some like wild ideas, right? And we do hold some like more workshops, hackathons, these kind of developer events to educate both the developers and users. Uh, these are all like being planned, and I would say like from the uh, high level perspective, we'll have our documents ready, which is super beginner friendly. You can basically try your Hello World on Thunderbolt. And next, we will have like a testnet, a Thunderbolt playground for developers to try. And third, we will open up the hackathon, the like workshops for developers. Before that, we are like receiving feedback on these kind of UX use cases. These are quite important since once we open up the gate, we need like developers know what to build. Right? So for now, we can bring some of the use cases, and we can also tailor our SDK for that. So yeah, so the goal is to make Bitcoin development as easy and as exciting as build on other blockchains and without the trust assumptions.
Love that, definitely.
Oh,
Um,
I see Nico just dropped the boosting code. Okay, so like we changed our way to drop a pussy code to make sure there's actually no bot can actually snip the codes. So please enter it fast, or it might be claimed by others.
all be gone in a couple of seconds as usual. Um, but yeah, definitely there's not early on we had it dropping 10 at the time. It's been gone in like 5 seconds ish. So definitely like if you're here on Discord, you definitely have a better chance of getting one. I promise you that one. So yeah, and essentially like after that, you'll get the role as well with Bitcoin Thunderbolt. So you could share your wallet, you could start sending it between back and forth between each other. I think the community sentiment has been pretty good. Regards to how we can onboard more people, how they can win more codes, and I think with BoostPad we've seen some already engaging and already being part of some people within Bitcoin Thunderbolt community. They're just giving out the codes to friends and some other people. So like if you got lucky and get a code via the BoostPad, it's only one code per user. I do wanna mention that as a disclaimer. So you can do pretty much essentially whatever you want with it, and so you could try to get some more people in it into the platform. So yeah, I think that's super exciting, and also like kind of bring it back as well. Like, um, the goal itself is how we can expand and how we can offer more to the Bitcoin ecosystem. So I think we definitely goal itself onboarding more people, more user, but also some more developers as well. And like what you said with the SDK, making it much easier tooling for the devs to get familiar within the ecosystem is crucial. So definitely super excited to see what's next. Um, you know, kind of like one more thing, even though you brought it up as well already with Goldenals, BitMM, but with the current state with Bitcoin Thunderbolt, anyone can send and receive Bitcoin with a near instant confirmation. What other use cases do you see it happening? Utilizing this kind of fast-paced environment, but also in a trust minimized way without changing Bitcoin at its core, Bitcoin native, decentralized, permissionless. What do you see? Like, what are some kind of solutions that might come out of this? And I think you briefly mentioned it early on with Yala, with stablecoins, also with the AMM, so like native trading in a fast pace. But do you have anything else in mind, and maybe some hints at what might be coming in the future?
Yeah, we're absolutely building with Thunderbolt like goals far beyond like fast payments. So Here's the list. Here's what it can evolve. So first, instant Bitcoin swaps for tokens, for Bitcoin native assets or applications, and all without bridge. And trustless and small amounts, frequent payments. So you can just use your Bitcoin as your daily payment. And also DeFi on Bitcoin. You can see lending, vaulting, safe wallets, or like stable coins, and all using native logic, all using native UTXOs. So all these things can be happening on Thunderbolt, and we just need to make sure like the current design is like actually is safe and can handle our traffic. And once we make sure the everything's okay, everything's running well, we'll open up these features for developers. And we are actively working with our partners, including Yala, to try out to build out these features, build out these applications internally, and you will see the results very soon. And like compared that to Lightning, you can see Thunderbolt is like first it's programmable, right? It's like I think Lightning is great for like P2P, like peer-to-peer payments. And you need like channels, like liquidity watchtowers to monitor the on-chain status. You cannot like just like open your wallet and send out payments. It's you need to be online. Right? You need to monitor your channel. You need to get some liquidity. So Thunderbolt needs no channels, needs no routers. It's just UTXO, locking and unlocking. It's simpler, it's more composable, and more user-friendly. So next up, we are at the smart logic, like the custom logic, which is basically smart contracts. And as we mentioned before, like Goldilocks, the native asset protocol for Bitcoin, and that can be supported on Bitcoin Thunderbolt. So you can see the fast payment with custom asset types and also swaps. Swaps is everything. You need like basically DeFi function to be enabled for this ecosystem. We can have AMM, we can have stable coins, lending. We are working with several partners on that. So we are just getting started. Please make sure you like for like it's kind of we are super early, and currently you can only transfer your Bitcoin to other address, and in the future you can have like thousands of limited applications on top of Thunderbolt. And please make sure you like you do have the chance to try it out. We'll open up the gates like for permissionless like the usage is it's not gonna be like centralized gates. It's like in the future everyone can try out the Thunderbolt and everyone can see the speed, can test out the DeFi functions, and it's all on Bitcoin.
Love that. I think definitely like what you said step by step, like it's kind of crazy to think it's only been a week or 8, 9 days-ish since it's been launched. But again, like the initial feedback has been amazing. And again, the kind of next phase would be, kind of launching white paper. So everyone will get to kind of get to see what's behind the scenes and why it's actually revolutionary. But at the same time, like what you said, it's first thing I think like it's important to mention that things do take time. But secondly, there's much more happening behind the scenes that would help us achieve what we want. And I think like at the end of the day, if you're able to achieve and able to do almost anything on Bitcoin in a decentralized, permissionless way is what's going to help us onboard more users, more people, so the whole ecosystem is going to be flourishing and keep on continue going. Do want to note, could you turn off and on your camera? You still froze since the previous time. Maybe it's by Discord. There we go.
Oh, hello.
It's loading. Your Wi-Fi is not so good.
Oh, all right.
Oh no, I should have never said that. All right. I guess you have anything else maybe forgot to ask about or maybe something that has came up regards to Thunderbolt. Um yeah, I think, cover the basics, covered UTXO bundling, smart contract abilities coming up pretty soon as well. Future plans with AMM Goldinals, which, for some of the people who's been here already, they could definitely check it out. Anything else maybe that I might be missing before we open it up for a Q&A session?
Yeah, so for today, for this week, we have more campaigns to be announced. Uh, like including our white paper, including the major marketing push with the white paper, and we have also secured more like top tier projects with us, and you can see they will launch some campaigns, some marketing with Bigger Thunderbolts. Uh, so we are all the like core contributors to this early stage protocol. Uh, but yeah, we are seeing more and more allies and more friends to build with. So yeah, the future looks bright and uh, it's getting bigger and bigger.
Love that. Um, yeah, you could turn your camera off. It's really not happening. I'm not sure
Oh
what
my,
has happened. You're good. You're good. I keep mine on. All right. I 100% agree. So definitely, if you're here in the audience or you're just listening to this a little bit later, make sure to check out our X. Make sure you kind of stick around here on Discord as well. On top of the code, we'll definitely keep you guys updated. And again, the overwhelming interest that we've been seeing the past 8-9 days ish has been insane. Has been insane. Definitely appreciate all the support. So yeah, make sure if you have any kind of questions, that's what we're here. We can always drop them in the comments. You can always drop them to us. One of our mods will definitely help you out, or someone from the team. But yeah, let's see if there are any questions. I see 3 hands up. So I guess I'll let you guys come on stage and one by one to keep it nice and easy. Why is Nico trying to come on stage? Can't wait. I just invited 2 of you, I guess 3 of you on stage. So if you want to accept it, come on stage and ask your questions. That would be amazing. Alrighty. I am Optimist. Welcome on stage. How are you?
Hey, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. How's it going, man?
Awesome. All is good. Uh, what's going on, Nico?
Looks good. Just come up to say hi.
Perfect. All right. Yeah, I am optimist. Do you have any questions for Hansi or maybe to Nico or for the team? That's why we're here. Shoot your question, please.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. Yeah, big shout out to Aaron and the entire team, man. You guys are actually doing well. And before I shoot my question, yesterday I did a research on Nubi like I've been doing for the past couple of days. Trust me, man, it's been great, and I've been I would like to say bullish, yeah. And earlier, like an hour 30 minutes ago, I actually kind of dropped a story on and hopefully he likes it. He's on X, yeah. So yeah, I said I have some questions and I actually jot it down in my notepad. I'm coming, please. Am I
Yeah.
am I audible? Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Please give
Yeah,
me
you're good.
some.
Perfect.
All right, all right. I'm coming. Okay, and I was actually going through the website because I had a couple of conversations with Nova a few days ago. Yeah, I kind of said the white paper is coming, and I think he's mentioned it earlier that the white paper is coming. But yeah, I'm very sure a lot of questions will be answered. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that. But yeah, before that, I would like to ask you no answer. Yeah. I read a little about Thunderbolt and BTMM. Actually, I've not been able to participate, but hopefully, yeah, soon. So yeah, I kind of want to know what actually inspired you and the team to go deep, into building something like this for the ecosystem. I mean, BTC, Bitcoin, yeah, I mean, in particular, 'cause I actually wanted to know, because reading about BTMM and Thunderbolt makes me feel like maybe this is time for Bitcoin ecosystem to be seen, to be popular like other ecosystems such as Solana and EVM and etc etc. What actually inspired you and the team to go deep into building something like this? And
Yeah, I can answer that. It's a very great question. So, let me rephrase the question a little bit. So, you're asking what basically inspired us to build on Bitcoin. Is that the question?
absolutely, absolutely, specifically Thunderbolt and BTMM, because trust me, I'm actually kind of bullish on Thunderbolt itself. So I kind of want to know what actually bring the idea and the inspiration behind it.
All right. So yeah, so let me first start this question, like answer this question with my personal background. So over the past few years, I've had a kind of privilege of contributing to various projects across both Ethereum and Bitcoin. So from helping refine the BRC20 protocol in March 2023 alongside Domo to kind of fostering relationship with the Ordinals community. So that's how I start like get to know Bitcoin. And at that point, like I've been like fortunate to work with and learn from some of the best minds in the space. And like I would say, like since the end of 2022, like the whole Bitcoin ecosystem has entered like a phase of rapid iteration. Like over this journey, we have been like fortunate to witness, like personally take part in many like significant moments. For example, at the end of 2022, the rise of ordinals, right, showed us the potential of issuing NFTs directly on Bitcoin. And in 2023, we can see the explosive growth of ERC20, and which proved the massive market demand for asset insurance on Bitcoin. And then come like the Merlin, Babylon, BTC5, Bitcoin Layer 2s, which took the first steps towards the Bitcoin's financialization. And finally, like towards the end of 20, like towards the like the first quarter of 2025, and we can see the like more native solutions, or like the like we can see the BVN, which is the first real world implementation being rolled out, and Thunderbolt, which is like research projects internally for the past few months, and finally we solved some key questions, some key barriers, and finally nailed it down. So for the first time, we saw the possibility of building smart contracts directly on Bitcoin's mainnet, which means like once we have this ability, we like immediately think of like what can we do with it. So natively, like Bitcoin has the largest assets, right? It's the largest digital asset in this space. There's no second best. So with Bitcoin, so naturally you can think of like we can introduce DeFi, because DeFi needs huge liquidity. And if we can do DeFi directly on Bitcoin, then the market share, like the market cap it can be unlocked is pretty huge. So once we like figure out how to build Thunderbolt, we immediately think like we need Swap, which is BitMN. So and with Swap, with all these native asset standards, we can have like different tokens being issued on Thunderbolt and being swapped with each other. which can create like a fancy token ecosystem on Bitcoin mainnet. So yeah, hope it answers your question.
Okay, actually, yeah, you tried because actually, I was paying attention a little bit. So yeah, that actually, guided me to, at least I got, an answer. But yeah, I have another question if you don't mind, because I kind of had them written down on my notepad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Please.
yeah, definitely.
Of course, okay. Thanks, man. Nobat. Thanks, Nobat. Yeah. So yeah, learning about godliness, honestly, I was actually going through. I paid, I took my time while, doing research to just see about project and basically, how what they are trying to do, what they're trying to break into the industry. So yeah, so learning about goodness, I couldn't find much about it, but yeah, I kind of learned that it's a protocol that you guys are building to what's it called, to unify fragmented standard. That's what I was able to find on goodness, but I would like for you to just uh, give a little breakdown goodness and how you think it could actually help the Bitcoin community. And yeah, while doing my research, I learned that you worked on Veridice with Professor a few years ago. Am I right?
Oh yeah. I was
Absolutely,
in
yeah.
like I was worked yeah
You were a
I was
research engineer, right?
in 2022
Absolutely, yeah.
I joined Vegas. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, I kind of know that while at Veridice, you guys actually did a lot of work, specifically, for the industry security and what's it called, ZK proofs. So yeah, and with ZK proof, I kind of learned that you are bringing CK proof into governance, to help make transaction more verifiable and trustless. So could you please explain a little bit about that?
Sure. So back in Veridice, it's a blockchain auditing company where I led several like zero knowledge projects, including writing formal proofs for research foundations, like PSC team. And during that time, I basically dive deep into CK research and gained the hands-on experience regarding CK proofs. So for Goldilocks, we transform that experience into this Bitcoin protocol. For Goldilocks, uh, we released the white paper for Goldilocks last November, and it's a new fungible token standard. It's designed to stay true to Bitcoin's trustless foundation. So you can see everything we do is basically totally around Bitcoin, totally around Bitcoin native, being Bitcoin native. It's all on Bitcoin layer one. We are not trying to build like another layer two or build another centralized service. So for Goldilocks, we basically enforce the execution proof together with each inscription to minimize the reliance on the indexer. And also it can support arbitrary or programmable asset types. So in other words, it lets you create Bitcoin-backed assets in a decentralized way. So the way we enforce the execution proof is actually leveraging CK proof. So with CK proof, you can prove that you actually handled some complex computations of chain. And for the on-chain part, you can just post that proof and state that you have done this computation correctly. And since it's a 16 proof, you can actually verify it with Bitcoin script. And once verified, the transactions can be passed, and your inscription to transactions succeed. So that's how we basically enforce the execution proof with each inscription. So yeah, so it's super exciting to see like how much more there's to do with these like crypto magic. So CK is definitely one of the crypto magic we are using. Yeah, we're here to make Bitcoin stronger, and
Absolutely,
with
absolutely.
our with these technologies.
Okay, I think I have one more two or more questions to go, but yeah, this is no sentimental question. So yeah, personally, yeah, do you think with what Nubit is trying to bring into the space, the DA? Because trust me, what actually gingered me, make me bullish on Nubit was the DA you guys are actually building. Because man, I saw what Igan Leia did with Igan DA, but man, I was really really pissed. I missed out earlier because it's a new, it's a great innovation for the space. It actually helps protocols to build on Igan Leia. I'm currently working with a project that that uses Eigen layers DA for to store and get their data. So yeah, I kind of want to know, do you personally, just this is sentimental question, yeah, so pardon me. Do you think the Bitcoin community is actually ripe enough, to have a DA, like Eigen DA, and to challenge, EVM and other, blockchain?
So you mean like why? Your question is basically why? Sorry, what's the question? It's the different choice between different DAs or
Actually, what I'm saying is that with what Nubit is building for Bitcoin community, which is the DA, personally specifically about
oh
the DA. Do you think the Bitcoin community is actually ripe to challenge other chain like Ethereum, Solana, etc., etc.? Because trust me, man, we all know we don't have to like Bitcoin actually sucks prior to this time. Because I'm not a technical guy, yeah, but I find it difficult to use Bitcoin network ordinance. It's too technical for me, and I'm very sure it's too technical for a lot of people, yeah, if they won't lie. So yeah, Bitcoin is kind of technical. The network, the ecosystem, technical to use. People find it difficult. I kind of love Ethereum and Solana because their network is very user friendly. You don't have to be a tech guy to just build anything on, especially on EVM. So yeah, I kind of want to know, do you think the Bitcoin community entirely is ripe enough to have a DA like Nubit, to which actually wants to make the community more scalable and usable, uh, I mean for the people, yeah.
yeah. So so first of all, Bitcoin is definitely like more limited than Ethereum or and Solana, right? So especially regarding DA, it's only like given the Bitcoin's limited block space, it's only 4 MB per minute, and the cost is like extremely high. So which means you definitely need some like other DA solutions, while you still want to be like native to Bitcoin. So of DA is one of the urgent issues that uh, Bitcoin ecosystem need to solve. And let's say if DA data availability on Ethereum is like icing on the cake, as like Ethereum itself with downsharding, with all these like DA features, it can be like pretty good, like at regards the DA capability, right? So in comparison, DA in the Bitcoin ecosystem plays a much more crucial role. So you can just uh, like to sacrifice decentralization and open up more block space, right, for Bitcoin. So so basically DA, like a highly secure and scalable DA for Bitcoin is what we have built. It's called Nubit DA. It's a Bitcoin native DA. It's using Bitcoin stakers as its validators, and like with SDA, like actually the Bitcoin, all these applications can gain access to unlimited data capabilities. They can post their data there, and they can like we can ensure that it's highly secure and also true to the Bitcoin's ethos. Uh, so yeah, so I would say regarding the technical dips, uh, actually there are currently many research teams working on Bitcoin, and I would say Like you can see Stockware, the Stocknet, they are also pivot to Bitcoin from Ethereum, right? So
Yeah, yeah,
I would say,
because
yeah,
I saw it, man. Because
yeah, yeah,
I kind of want to say a little bit about that. Because I work with Bravos, Bravos wallet as a community manager. So yeah, I recently launched a campaign, to let us use, what's it called, our EVM asset to kind of convert it to bit. Trust me, the experience was actually smooth and seamless. So I was kind of bullish about it more. How Bitcoin and EVM could actually interoperate and of course just be good like that. So I kind of like the development. So yeah, more reason as to why I'm kind of bullish about you guys and as to see what you are building and how EVM and Bitcoin could work, together.
Definitely. I think like, that's where we're heading, and the team itself is amazing. So again, with background in security, and again with having a PhD professor being teaching at UCSB as well is again, I think, a perfect setup for success as well. So again, like with Thunderbolt, white paper is gonna be released and published pretty soon. So I think that's why, like, in a couple of weeks, we'll have another community call as well. I know there's a lot of questions gonna come up as well, but yeah,
So,
thank you for coming on stage. I'm optimist. If you have any other questions, please make sure to kind of like drop them in the comments, and potentially we can use it for next time as well. I know Nico has some noted from the comments. But yeah, thank you for coming on stage.
yes, thank you so much for
Oh,
support. We will do our best to realize the futures that we envision. Okay.
oh,
Yeah,
is this
Nico,
the
go
overview
ahead.
or it's not me? Okay, sorry, because my internet is not quite stable. Yeah, so I just want to have mine is not really a question. I just want to speak of the Chinese community, because since today we have quite a lot of members from Chinese communities also joined this one, and just want to ask if is this going to be another one in Chinese, so like help them to better understand our product, or some like recap so they can be like getting more involved with Chinese community. So that was my question.
Yeah, we'll definitely host the like our community call in Chinese. We can host like another call. So actually, next week you can expect we will have some really huge marketing campaigns with both Chinese community and the English community. Uh, you will see that.
That sounds good. I'm getting excited about that. Thank you.
Didn't you have other questions? But yeah, we'll have a recap of the space. So, or not the space of the community call. I'm sorry. So we could, and it's also being recorded as well. So anyone who's coming in and joining late, they can always re-listen to that. I know like another question that Nico has shared with me, but didn't ask. Is I think first one, like, can we still get into Thunder Squad? Yes. So applications are still open. You can find a link in the announcement in a minor announcement channel. Definitely comes with its own benefits, on its own perks, and definitely if you know someone or if you would like to get more engaged or heavily involved within the Nubit community, we would love for you to apply. We get a ton of applications so far. We'll get back to you guys in like 2 to 3 weeks ish. But definitely, if you feel like you're a fit, we would love to have you help us spread the word, especially with Thunderbolt being released just recently. We'll definitely have much more um, upcoming initiative where we would love to involve you guys. And again, you get to get a kind of first dip with all the information before anyone else. So I think that's definitely another big perk. Plus, you also get almost 24/7 access to the team, which some of you definitely using more. But yeah, that's why we're here. We love to help you guys. And again, you guys are definitely carrying the torch within how we are being established within the ecosystem. So huge shout out for everyone currently with the Nubit squad, but also if you're looking for new opportunities, it's always open. What else, Nico? Any other questions?
No, it's all good.
Okay. One last opportunity in case anyone wants to come on stage, ask it directly, and or I guess I check the comments as well. Well, yeah, we'll definitely have a Chinese space as well as a Chinese community call going on as well, where we could dive a little bit more deeper into the latest and into like what's coming next. Hansi has dropped a Golden Nose white paper. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, definitely you can check it out either via our website or nubit.org/goldenose.pdf. It's been released at the end of last year, so definitely a lot of exciting notes for that. But yeah. Okay, this is a good question. I'll take this one from the comments. One last question for you, Hans. In light of Bitcoin recent scalability debates and rise of layer twos, I think Lightning Network being one of the OG L2s, what makes Thunderbolt a superior alternative instead of just another bandwidth-rich, trust-heavy alt chain? And as a kind of spoiler, definitely once you see more going out with regards to white paper, it will be easier to understand. But maybe Hansi can kind of talk a little bit more about why it's special and why it's much more what Thunderbolt has to offer.
Yeah. So let's see. So like since late 2022, we actually seen a lot of like scalability solutions, right? Bitcoin layer twos. But there's a problem. Almost everything still depends on centralized infrastructure, right? Indexers decides what exists, bridges are controlled by multisigs, and like most layer twos rely on centralized servers to store and verify data. So this works during, let's say, the hype cycles or like bull markets, but it won't scale safely. So because like without decentralization, without like the Bitcoin native technologies, you can like build trust and minimize applications. So what's really make Thunderbolt super special is like it's 100% Bitcoin native. It's on Bitcoin layer one. It's a layer one protocol, but it can also offer scalability through UTXO bundling. So obviously like Bitcoin native and stay true to the Bitcoin and scale safely is like these are the features that we value a lot.
100%. I think in short, on top of enabling a secure transaction, it's also asynchronous. So like you don't have to be online to actually like compare it to Lightning. Like you don't have to have the other peer to be online. There's no state channels. And again, like the UTXO ownership could be across multiple recipients. So, you don't have to have a direct interaction, online availability. So it's definitely a much feasible, much better use case for first like kind of transfer. But like what Hans has said, there's definitely more coming on this foundation to be built up on. So definitely, I think it's a great question. Also a perfect way to wrap kind of things around or wrap the community call up. Definitely want to say a huge shout out for everyone coming. We were live on Twitter as well. I think we had like close to 1,000 people tuning in. with or without an audio issue. That's gonna get fixed for next time. But yeah, definitely a huge shout out for everyone tuning in, and we'll have a written recap coming out. Also, it has been recorded, so you can also re-watch it. And if you have any questions, again, that's why we're here. Feel free to drop your questions within our general chat. And yeah, any last words, Hans, Nico, before we wrap things up, and I'll let everyone go enjoy the rest of the Thursday or Friday, wherever you might be.
So yeah, please stay focused. Looking forward to our white paper launch tomorrow. And be prepared. We'll have more calls, more like amazing rewards for the community.
Anything, Nico? Nothing. All right. Keeps it easy. Yeah, definitely. Oh, there we go. Try now.
I was trying. Where's my mute? Okay. Yeah. No. Good night. Good night, everyone. Yeah. Good morning. Good night.
Awesome. Yeah. Make sure to be on the lookout for code. You can check it out at our code.thunderbolt.it, I think. One opportunity an hour if you haven't had a chance to win one. But other than that, be on the lookout for on X and on Discord, and we'll have some more giveaways going on. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming, and until next time, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.